Wonderful. Oh, good. Lovely. I can see the microphone going on Twitch. Wonderful. Well, Captain, if you insist on threatening my wand with your ocean magic one more time, I swear I'll turn this entire grotto into a dry library. Oh, Scarlett, you don't know the sea witch's power could drain the magic from that wand in an instant. Keep it up. I just might enchant all your books to speak only in whale. Well, lucky for you, most of the merfolk speak whale. Just keep swimming, just keep... Touch my wand, I'll ensure your favorite kelp tea tastes like seaweed forever. Fine. Just remember who keeps this place afloat. Now, go enchant your candles before I change my mind. Oh, bother. Goodness gracious. I simply do not understand why she has to be so mean to me. Out of nowhere, I must say. Oh, goodness. Oh. Hello? Oh, you didn't hear that, did you? Oh, darlings. My goodness, look at... Oh, look at who is here tonight. My goodness, I see Scream Queen. I see Ethereal Witch. My goodness. You may not chat much tonight, Scream Queen, but that's quite all right, darling. Oh, and I see Moonshade is here. Oh, goodness. Siren, be nice to Scarlett, Melissa Wood says, and I must agree. My goodness. Well, hello. Good evening, my lovely lady. Well, good evening to you as well, lady. Hello, thank you so very much for following over on TikTok. Hi, Cindy. How are you tonight, darling? Wonderful to see all of you this evening. Glorious, glorious, marvelous time we're anticipated to have tonight. So, I understand that in the United States, it's Independence Day tomorrow. I certainly wish I had some independence. What was that? What? What? Did you just hear something? I heard something. Hello, Jay Reed. welcome to reading night. How are you tonight, Mr. Rad? Hello. Thank you so very much, everyone, for following. I do appreciate all of you. Thank you so very much for being here. My goodness, it's only been a week and it feels like it's already been a fortnight. How is everyone doing this evening? Twickstan, hello. Wonderful to see you. And how are you this evening, dear? Well, if you've just stumbled upon me for the first time, hello, good evening to you all. My name is the Lady Scarlett Nightshade. On every other day of the week, my name is Siren. However, on Thursday evenings, usually on Thursday evenings, but today we're doing it a little bit early because I understand that my friends in the United States may be celebrating tomorrow quite loudly. As a matter of fact, please, please, be careful of the mines in the ocean whilst you're celebrating. It is story time, yes indeed. Thank you so very much for following, everyone. I do appreciate you. Now, I am manning 2 different chats at the same time, so I may not see all of the questions that you have. It is Independence Day tomorrow. On the morrow. Enjoying the start of the fire season. Oh, indeed, indeed. I understand there are fires going on in Siren's neck of the woods as well. Thank you so very much for the bits and for the gifting. My goodness. Hello, Amaria Rain. Welcome, welcome. Just another day. Used to love it as a kid, but as an adult, not so much. Yeah, yes, I must agree. I must agree. I've heard so many delightful stories about it, and I have yet to see fireworks for myself. Maybe tomorrow shall be the day. Well, my dear friends, my curious souls, as you can see, even in the Siren Grotto, a bit of chaos adds to the charm. If Siren had anything to do with it, she would be causing chaos 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days per standard year. 366 per leap year, of course. You have one ongoing now. Thankfully, you're always in this one. Oh, my goodness. Lady Nightshade, yes, it is I. Hello, Em. How are you tonight? CC Beans, I see that you have joined us once more. Thank you so very much, darling. One of our brand new merfolk of the Siren Grotto as well. Thank you so very much for that. Oh, my goodness, all the gifts. My goodness. Oh, my hat certainly shall need updating. After tonight, I can feel it, my goodness. We've got a running tally of all of the different gifts that have been gifted so far since last week. And very soon, soon and very soon, the hat shall include representations and little symbols of all the gifts that are gifted on TikTok. Hello, lovely. Oh, you're doing lovely. Good, good. Glad to hear it. I'm doing just swimmingly tonight. I must say, I'm about ready to turn in my coffee for tea. Driving you nuts. Because fire season wasn't a big deal growing up and now it's constant. Yes, I must agree. Fire season must be absolutely dreadful. You can't wait to hear the story. Let's go. Oh, darling, yes. 322 viewers on TikTok. Thank you so very much, all. Well, once again, before we ceremoniously light our candles for the night, I must introduce myself once more. Every other day of the week, my name is Siren, voiceover artist, singer, multi-instrumentalist, Jill of all creative trades. However, once per week, we feature this glorious creature standing before you, or sitting before you, named Lady Scarlett Nightshade. I read you spooky stories in which you all participate. Choose your own adventure stories, and perhaps tonight we may read a little bit of poetry. Thank you so very much for following, everyone. My goodness, look at, oh, Fantasia has arrived. Now it's truly a party. Certainly. Right then, everyone. Let us ignite the flames of insight and intrigue with a flick of the magic wand, and we'll let the enchanted candles bear witness to our tales. Are we ready? Ready, steady? What kind of tea? Scream Queen asks. Well, funny you should ask. After we light the candles, I shall show you. Here we are, everyone. Get ready. Say the magic words. Any fans of Harry Potter will know the magic word. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Lumos. Ha ha! Yes! With our spirits guarded by the luminescent canopy around me, let us delve into tonight's adventure, shall we? Prepare yourselves for an evening of humor, mystery, and your own choices guiding every step of the journey. Shall we begin? Well, hello, Gataka, Mrs. Fancy Pants, Rich McGee, Daniel. Well, Oh, Melissa, you cheeky little monkey. My goodness. Let's do this. Oh, my goodness, I see everyone coming in. Well, are we ready for the story then? Good evening, KJ Front. Hello. All right, everyone. Let's talk about what's in the cup tonight. Aha! First of all, thank you so very much to Merfolk Lady Ravana, from one lady to another. Deepest gratitude for this most delicious cup, with a kraken on it, no less, that says seize the day, which is so wonderful, seeing as how Siren's original music band, Seize the Shadow, just premiered their first debut single on Sunday afternoon, with thanks to Wild Dogs Radio. Right then, let us show then, since it was asked. Wonderful, delicious, awaken hydration with the very spooky, delightfully delicious, scrumptious, bloodthirst tea. Oh my goodness, with 3 flagship flavors, all packaging designed by Siren herself. Earl Graveyard, our version of Earl Grey tea, a delicious black oolong tea with the delightful scent of orange peel infusion. We also have Hyde biscuits, such as Jekyll and Hyde or Bokua Hyde, if you are familiar with him on TikTok. And this one is an herbal caffeine-free hibiscus tea. Pure organic hibiscus flower, and this one indeed my personal favorite, for obvious reasons, Geisha's Ghost, a sencha green tea with the delightful infusion of Asian cherry blossom and rose. All available at bloodthirsty.com. Please use code SIREN for 10% off your entire order. Or tomorrow, on the morrow for Independence Day, we are offering a discount, and all canisters of tea are $17.76. $17.76 to celebrate Independence Day. Simply use code RWE1776 at checkout. Right then, 'tis Geisha's Ghost, yes. The most beautiful song ever. Why, thank you so very much. Geisha's Ghost is my favorite by far so far. It's the only one you've tried. My goodness. Oh, it is quite delicious, Fantasia. You love Hyde. Oh, goodness, we do as well in the Siren Grotto. We collaborate quite often. But this is our most ambitious venture to date. So, bloodthirsty.com. Spelled just as it sounds. Righto then. Shameless plug concluded. Let us begin the story, shall we? Here's how it works. I introduce the story to all of you, and by being on the stream tonight, whether on Twitch, Talk, or YouTube, you are de facto members of the Nightfall Society, the lovely denizens of the House of Nightshade and Company, and every once in a while in the story we come to Choice Point, just like a choose-your-own-adventure book, except it's coming out of the grimoire, which, of course, needs new stickers, might I add. And so, if you would like the first choice, it's a red emoji. And if you would like the second choice, it's a green emoji. When the choice comes, you flood the chat with your choice. Please show me some red and green emojis to demonstrate your understanding of the rules of the game. Greetings, Joker. Hello, darling. Your wife just told you she's pregnant. Oh, congratulations. My goodness, that is certainly worth a huzzah. Ah, yes, I see those red and green emojis start to come through. Yes, I do. And I do believe we are going to need a little bit of mood music. I don't think I hear my mood music. Oh, that's because I turned my own volume down so it wouldn't echo back into the microphone. That makes sense, doesn't it? Oh, clever, clever eye. Righto, good. I'm seeing all the red and green emojis coming through. Wonderful. So, let us begin then. Submitted for the approval of the Nightfall Society, I proudly present the murder at Waverley Lighthouse. Tonight, we journey to the fog-shrouded village of Waverley, nested on the rugged coastline. Waverley is a quaint village, where cobblestone streets wind through clusters of old stone cottages. The air is perpetually filled with the scent of the sea, mingling with the earthy aroma of the surrounding forests. At the heart of the serene setting stands the lighthouse, a towering sentinel guiding ships safely through the treacherous waters. Lady Ravana, hello, darling, wonderful to see you. One lady to another, greetings and salutations. Makeup is fabulous tonight. Why, thank you so very much. Thank you, everyone, for following. I do appreciate you. Right then. As the villagers, excuse me, the villagers lead simple, peaceful lives, their days marked by the rhythm of the tides and the ringing of the church bell. But tonight, tranquility is shattered. A piercing scream echoes throughout the mist, and the villagers discover that the lighthouse keeper, Mr. Finch, has been murdered. Zounds! Mr. Finch was a man of the sea, with a weathered face and kind eyes that had seen many storms. He was well liked by the villagers, known for his tales of maritime adventure and his steadfast watch over the coast. His death sends a ripple of fear through the community, especially as whispers begin to circulate of a menacing figure lurking in the shadows outside the village. A presence that has haunted their dreams and fueled their fears. As the village's only detective, it falls upon you to solve the mystery. The fog grows thicker, and the night grows darker. You must decide how to begin your investigation. All right, everyone. Will you start by, number 1, questioning the villagers, red emoji. Shall we speak to the villagers to gather information and alibis? Someone may have seen or heard something unusual. Or, number 2, green emojis. Inspect the lighthouse. Go directly to the lighthouse to look for clues. The scene of the crime may hold vital evidence. So, everyone, red emojis for choice 1, question the village, or choice 2, green emojis, go inspect the lighthouse for clues. What shall we do? So far, greens are in the lead. Please, everyone, confuse my moderators. Confuse the ever-living bits out of my moderators tonight. Flood the chat with your responses. My goodness, Diane Buckman has arrived. Ha, green emojis in tow, I see. My goodness, Ricky Raquel says red. Interesting. So, it looks like we all want to go. Thank you so very much, everyone, for following tonight. I do appreciate all of you. Thank you dearly. And for those of you who are just joining me, hello, my name is Lady Scarlett Nightshade. I appear here on Siren's account once a week to read you spooky, choose-your-own-adventure tales. Right now we're voting on the first choice. Red emojis, are we questioning the villagers? Or green emojis, are we inspecting the lighthouse for clues? So far, I see green in the lead. I need to see more than this, though. Not quite a landslide yet with all of these viewers. Rachel Craig, another vote for green. Cindy, a vote for green. My goodness. Quite an intrepid group we have with us tonight, don't we? How'd you get in this for Channel Halloween? The tale special. Well, it's just loads and loads of fun, Hollyberry. If you don't appreciate it, you can either play or stay or go. Just joined, you don't know. That's quite all right. What are the choices? Well, someone in the village has been murdered, and so are we going to question the villagers with the red emoji? Or are we going to inspect the lighthouse where he was murdered for clues? Green emoji. Oh, I'm starting to see even more green emojis come flying in on both chats, Twitch and on TikTok. My goodness, this is incredible. Thank you so very much, everyone, for being here. You've stumbled onto the best rabbit hole ever. Why, thank you, CC Beans. It is quite a rabbit hole, and you are late for a very important date in not being present for the exposition of our tale. CC Beans, my goodness, that's quite the little cop-out. Going to your black and whites. All right, everyone, it looks like the greens have it. Righto. Let's go inspect the lighthouse and see what's going on there. See what kind of clues we could find that leads to anything having to do with the nefarious activity. You already chose green. I saw it, darling. I just had to give you a little bit of guff, you know. It's not a Nightshade show without a little bit of guff now and then, yes? A little bit of tongue-in-cheek, a little bit of nudge, nudge, wink, wink, say no more, say no more. You already chose the green. I see lots of people already chose their greens. Oh, darling, my goodness. I want to say thank you one more time to everyone who has been watching and observing so far, and to all of the new followers so far tonight. It is quite a treat, I must say. Something is certainly wrong with our music. It's not playing appropriately. And it was such a good one, too. We had a crackling fire. Here we are. A dark academia playlist. Oh. Heavens to Betsy. Oh my goodness, someone just did something on Twitch. Thank you. Oh goodness. Thank you so very much. Don't forget, everyone, if you choose to join the Siren Grotto Patreon tonight, and we are always looking to grow our lovely merfolk family, you get a special theme song. The videos and stories. Oh, thank you so very much, Tanjiro. Good evening! The artiste formerly known as Emily has arrived in Twitch chat. Thank you so very much, darling. A pleasure to see you. And how art thee? Everyone should join Yes, Cece Beans, I must say, she is one of our newest merfolk in the Siren Grotto, and she so far is taking full advantage, lighting up the place, as it were. Right then. Well, we certainly did get the music fixed, didn't we? I see lots and lots of spooky music going on, which I do love ever so much. You all know that I do love it so. Come join, you won't regret it. New here from Alaska. Hello, Wolf King. A pleasure to make your acquaintance from one lichen to another. Whilst we're waiting for our choice to come through, which unfortunately it does take a little while, I must say. How am I doing? Well, I am doing quite well, thank you so very much. Quite swimmingly. Seeing as how it's a balmy 98 degrees Fahrenheit in the West Wing Library this evening. Delightful. Thank you so very much for following. You were born in 1983. My goodness. Well, I was born somewhere in antebellum times. We're not quite sure, though. We put me somewhere around between 1849 and 1853. Righto, we're getting much, much closer to the answer now. You all just voted on choice number 2 to go inspect the lighthouse for clues. What in the Nancy Drew did I just walk in on? Oh, darling. Well, everyone in the chat is participating in solving a mystery together. So, you're almost right on the spot when you say a Nancy Drew type. Yes. If you did just walk in, by the way, whilst we're waiting for this to come in, my name every other night of the week is Siren, singer, voiceover artist, multi-instrumentalist, Jill of all creative trades. And usually on Thursday evenings, though we're here tonight in observance of Independence Day tomorrow in the United States, my name becomes the Lady Scarlett Nightshade, a vampire-lichen hybrid and librarian of the West Wing Library of the Siren Grotto. I read you stories, and you participate in the stories as a choose-your-own-adventure type of story, yes? No, not Rosie, darling. No. I was here first. You took an accidental catnap. Oh, darling. Voting in the chat. It's quite all right. It was only the first vote. You haven't missed much at all. We're just waiting for the grimoire to do whatever it's going to do to update the story. Heavens to Betsy! I don't understand why it's taking so very long, though we may switch to a different device if this is going to continue on this way with the grimoire. So fancy and old-timey. Ha-ha! And also you see an iPad. Yes, indeed, darling. Well, it was only last year that I moved from the typewriter to the word processor, and now with this new technology of streaming, I figured I might as well move to a tablet as well, and so the grimoire has enjoyed access to all kinds of past records. Not only just the annals of Siren Grotto history that we have in the library, but also all access. It is quite exciting, to tell the truth. Still staying. But I have some strong fingers for a typewriter. Oh, yes, indeed. They do wreck the digits after all. Well, since Siren does play instruments and we do share a body after all, the calluses are quite worked up. Righto then. Yes, it is indeed having to do with the grimoire and the internet connection on the grimoire, unfortunately. So, we shall use Siren's phone instead. If everyone's all right with that, then I am as well. Here we go, continuing the story. The chat filled with green emojis, signaling the decision to inspect the lighthouse. So, the lighthouse loomed tall against the dark sky, its beam cutting through the dark fog, much like my magic wand. The air was heavy with the scent of the sea and something more sinister. Inside, the lighthouse was eerily quiet, the sound of the waves crashing against the rocks the only disturbance. As you step inside, the first thing that you notice is an overturned furniture and scattered papers, signs of struggle. The lantern, which would have been guiding Mr. Finch's way, lies shattered on the floor, its glass fragments glinting ominously in the dim light. You also spot Mr. Finch's journal, open to the last entry he made, and a strange marking on the wall, an unfamiliar symbol that sends a chill down your spine. So, our first task is to examine the clues closely. Each one could lead us closer to the truth. Shall we start with red emoji, the broken lantern? Examine the shattered lantern for any signs that may indicate who caused the struggle or how it began. Or 2, green emoji, the open journal. Shall we read the final entry in Mr. Finch's journal to understand his state of mind and any threats he may have faced? Which one shall it be? Red or green? The choice is yours. Chat. Choose wisely, though, my friends, because we will delve into the chaos of the struggle, or we may seek insight through Mr. Finch's own words. Cast your votes. Red for the broken lantern, green for the journal. I don't know, the Greens had it last time. It looks like the Greens are in the lead so far. Don't quite know. Oh my goodness, I see 1 vote for Reds. 1 vote to investigate the broken lantern. And everyone else wants to... My goodness! Green is a landslide, darling. Heavens! Come on, everyone. Absolutely flood the chat with all your choices, please. I do need to see very, very clearly, as my eyes, even though I'm only half immortal after all, so it does still affect my eyesight. I need to be able to see very clearly whether you want green or red. Whatever shall we do? My goodness, Greens are in the lead, aren't they? Heavens. Yes, green, Melissa Good says. So much green. Oh, goodness, Holly Hunty. Oh, darling. I do see red emojis starting to come in as well. Oh, goodness. What on earth is going on with the internet tonight? I wonder if there's some kind of delay happening. I don't quite know. Though I do see gifts coming through. I see emojis coming through. I see all kinds of things coming through. Thank you so very much. Don't forget, everyone, you can get coffinated several different ways in Siren's merch shop, link in bio. And don't forget that Bloodthirst tea. My goodness, 3 flagship flavors. Designed and developed by Siren in collaboration with Wahai. Fantastic, fantastic. All 3 delicious. Thank you so very much for following, everyone. I do appreciate you. Well, it does look like Greens have won again. So, let's make the choice to discover what was written inside Mr. Finch's open journal. It almost feels a little scandalous to be just strumming through someone's journal, doesn't it? My goodness, I'm so curious. Has anyone here ever stolen a peek at someone else's diary? $10K, thank you so very much. Thank you so very much for 10,000 likes on TikTok. My goodness, let's keep going. Let's see if we can get to 15. This is so delightful. Thank you so very much, everyone, for being here. Righto. Well, the chat filled with green emojis once more, indicating the audience's desire to read the final entries in Mr. Finch's journal. Lady Scarlett nodded. Aha! Understanding the significance of the lighthouse keeper's thoughts and fears. Picking up the journal, you carefully turn the pages to the last entry. The ink still fresh. Well, I've certainly had my experiences with fresh ink lately. No, because I don't need karma coming back at me by someone reading mine. Ha ha, indeed, Moonshade. The journal entry reads, June 14th. The fog grows thicker each night, and with it the feeling of dread. The villagers whisper of a figure in the shadows, but I know it's more of just tales. I saw it myself, standing at the edge of the forest, watching the lighthouse. Its eyes burned like embers. I received warnings, letters left at my door with cryptic symbols and threats. I thought they were pranks, but now I fear they are much more. Tonight, I heard footsteps outside, but when I looked, there was no one there. I feel trapped in this tower, a beacon of light surrounded by darkness. If something happens to me, the village must know the danger is real. Trust no one, not even those who seem closest. The figure in the shadows is not an ordinary being. It seeks something, and it will not stop until it gets what it wants. I pray I survive the night. Well, Mr. Finch's final words are a stark warning, aren't they? My goodness. And now we know that he feared a very real and menacing presence. Our next step is crucial. So, chats, what shall we do? Red emojis, shall we investigate the forest edge? Follow Mr. Finch's clues and examine the area where he saw the figure, looking for any signs or perhaps tracks? Or, green emojis, are we going to question the villagers? What? Return to the village and speak to the people closest to Mr. Finch to gather more information about the warnings and cryptic symbols. What shall we do? Red emojis, we go to the forest. Green emojis, we hang back and question the villagers. Oh my goodness, I see red emojis starting to come through. Thank you so very much for all of the gifts tonight. Oh, a superpower. Thank you, darling. Oh goodness, that means we'll have to have some lightning and little flicky hands here on the hat, because that's what's happening. Now, Diane Bachman, I must say, darling, those emojis came through white on my side. I don't know what you're voting for, though I have a sneaking suspicion it's red, because that is what's going on in the chats right now. Red is certainly in the lead. 10 viewers on Twitch. Thank you so very much. I do appreciate you. Oh my goodness, thank you for the follows. All of the follows on TikTok. My goodness tonight. What a delight. All right, I'm seeing more reds. More reds and more reds. Diane, it didn't work again, darling. Scream Queen is saying question the villagers. So I'm afraid that the red emojis are beating you out this time, Scream Queen. My goodness, everyone is so creative with their red emojis tonight. I know, darling, one of these days you'll go along with the grain instead of against it. I'm quite confident. As your time in the Siren Grotto grows, so shall your refinement. Serenata, welcoming in, darling. Would delight to see you. How are they this evening? Another delightful member of our merfolk in the Siren Grotto Patreon. Welcome, dear. You all just don't really like the true suspense and horror. It is quite true. I think everyone is just having lots of fun putting emojis in the chat, to be quite honest. All right, everyone, it looks like that the red emojis have it. It looks like we shall be going to the edge of the forest to investigate. My goodness, that is quite the intrepid adventure. We have quite the intrepid group tonight. Quite brave and industrious. So, to efficiency, enterprise, and ingenuity. Here we go. Leaving the lighthouse, you make your way toward the edge of the forest. The fog thickens round you, muting the sounds of the village and heightening the eerie stillness. The trees loom like dark sentinels, their branches swaying gently in the night breeze. As you approach the spot Mr. Finch described, you notice the ground is disturbed. As if someone or something has been pacing there. Faint footprints lead deeper into the forest, and your heart races as you follow them. Footprints seem to pulse with a strange, faint glow, leading you to believe that the figure is no ordinary being. The path ends abruptly at a small clearing. In the center, you see an old, gnarled tree with symbols carved into the bark. The same cryptic symbols described by Mr. Finch in the journal. Oh, my goodness, finally things are starting to come together, aren't they? The air is thick with the scent of pine and something more acrid. The hint of sulfur that makes you uneasy. Our investigation leads us to the clearing, where the presence of the figure feels almost palpable. We have a few critical actions that we can take. Are we ready to make another vote? Shall we? Red emojis. Examine the symbols on the tree. Study the carvings to understand their meanings and to see if they hold any clues about the figure's intentions or origins. Or, number 2, green emojis. Shall we look for further tracks or signs? Search the surrounding area for any additional tracks, objects, or signs that might give us more information about where the figure has been or what it's planning. So, red emojis or green emojis, what shall we do, everyone? Red emojis, we examine the tree symbols. Or green emojis, look for further clues, tracks, or signs. Oh my goodness, what a nature-inclined group we have tonight. All the reds starting to pour in. Quite sanguine, if you ask me. I do appreciate it. Katie Port, darling. Darling, I'm having a hard time understanding that one, darling. Reds or greens? I see greens initially, so I'm guessing that's your vote. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, I'm seeing all those reds and greens starting to pour in now. Madam Moth is saying green. Oh my goodness, Gabriella's saying green as well. And with a lot of gusto, my goodness, all of her character space is filled up. I'm starting to see all the character space filled up on both chats. Thank you so very much. Absolutely flood the chat with your choice, everyone. Red emojis, we're looking at the tree for more clues and symbols. Or green emojis, we're going to see if we can follow more tracks in the forest. Well, whilst more of your votes are pouring in, I wish to reintroduce myself. 15K, my goodness, we're at 15,000 likes on TikTok, and we've only been live for approximately 30 minutes. Thank you so very much. I do appreciate all of you and your flying fingers. Heavens. All right. Well, whilst we're waiting for more votes to pour in, just to let you know, we've welcomed 5 new merfolk into the Siren Grotto Patreon just in the last week, and we are looking for 5 more tonight. So if you do enjoy this and you wish for more content from myself or from Siren in the form of free music downloads, one of which we just released on Sunday afternoon, please check out the link in my bios. It is patreon.com/sirenofsound. Somewhere where you can click join the Siren Grotto Patreon. Please check it out. It would be ever so flattering. And now Siren and Mr. Siren as Lost in Eden, a music duo, shall be performing a red, white, and rock show tomorrow afternoon to celebrate the 4th of July. Isn't that shall be a delight. Something during the day whilst we're all waiting for fireworks to begin, yes? Welcome all the new merfolk, indeed, Scream Queen. Thank you so very much for putting that link into Twitch. I do appreciate you. All right, darlings, I do see that the Reds have it, so here we go. My goodness. Once again, quite a nature-oriented group we have tonight. My goodness, we just reached 800 viewers on TikTok. I do believe that is a TikTok record for a Nightshade Storytime night. Thank you so very much all. Make sure that you're clicking that little follow button and make sure to wave hello to me with all of your claws. The more the merrier, after all. You're participating in grotto history tonight. Ha-ha! Well, the chat flooded with sanguine red emojis, indicating the audience's decision to examine the symbols on the tree. Approaching the gnarled tree, you run your fingers over the intricate symbols etched into the bark. The symbols are unlike anything you've ever seen before, a blend of ancient runes and cryptic markings. The air around the tree feels charged with a strange energy, sending a shiver down your spine. As you study the symbols, you notice a pattern emerging. The runes seem to form a protective barrier, perhaps meant to ward off or contain something. In the center of the carvings, one symbol stands out. A large, circular glyph that pulses faintly with a bluish light. Isn't that interesting? The symbols tell a tale of ancient magic and protection. They are meant to ward off something very powerful, indeed. The central glyph seems significant somehow, doesn't it? As we ponder the meaning, we must decide our next course of action. All right, everyone, another choice point so soon. Number 1, red emojis, we're going to decipher the round central glyph. Or, number 2, shall we return to the village, green emojis? What shall we do? Take the information you've gathered back to the villagers and see if anyone can shed any light on the symbols and their significance. Whatever shall we do, darlings? Red emojis? Let's look at the sigil a little further. Or green emojis? Go back to the village with our findings. Place your votes in the chats right now, darlings. I need to know what's going on. And I do see, thank you so very much for all of those new follows tonight. I do appreciate all of you so dearly. And thank you for being here as a viewer. My goodness, we are nearing 850 viewers now on TikTok. If you would like to see the full experience in high definition, along with a little wider view of our set, make sure to check it out on Twitch, twitch.tv/Siren of Sound. However, I am having so much fun watching that number on TikTok Live. Along with, oh my goodness, it looks like red and green emojis are neck and neck this time. Whatever shall we do? The green emojis and the red emojis seem to be neck and neck. I see 837 viewers in TikTok right now, though I don't see 837 votes. My goodness. Voting for number 1 with the red emoji will allow us to examine the sigils on the tree even more. And a vote for choice number 2, a green emoji, in the chats, indicates that we should go running with our tails between our legs back to the village. Well, Lady Scarlett, when you put it that way. I wonder what everyone's going to choose now. My goodness. All right, I do see those red emojis coming through. I see those red emojis now absolutely flooding the chat. That is very heartening indeed. I knew you were a curious bunch. Yes. So, whilst we're waiting for the next choice to come through, what are our plans? From whence do you come to the West Wing Library? Where is everyone from? And what is your plan for tomorrow? If you are in the United States, do you plan to celebrate? I do hope that if you do plan to celebrate, I hope that you celebrate with us. Lost in Eden, performing music for you. Lulu, you're in Tucson. My goodness, I do believe Siren is in Tucson as well. Maine, Minnesota, Georgia. Haha, the whole day through. Just an old-fashioned song keeps Georgia on my mind. Yes, California and cooking for the family. Oh, that sounds wonderful, Katie Moore. Jason Harper. Oh my goodness. What happened to your answer? Iowa. It's going to be raining. Well, I certainly hope that you are able to enjoy lots and lots of corn because it's got the juice. And rain does bring corn, after all. And corn makes whiskey and all that, yes? Missouri, Oregon, Utah. Little hearts? In the depths of the darkest rabbit hole. Ah, yes. Florida. Tomorrow, just doing laundry. You come from Whoville. Aha. Yes, well, the Who's down in Whoville. I'm glad the Who's are not all the snooze. I'm very honored to know that they're all here on TikTok, apparently. My goodness. We're staying in tomorrow. It's too hot to be out. We'll watch fireworks from the house. Yes, that's probably what's going to happen here in the grotto as well. Well, we're certainly obligated to do that because if we are giving that concert after all, we'll be binge watching Supernatural. Oh, goodness, that sounds lovely. Having dinner at the grandparents' home. Excellent. It's got juice, yes. Too hot in the dessert. Indeed, it is quite hot in the dessert. Yes. A balmy, 97 degrees at this point? Ugh, darlings. All right. Well, I do believe we have our next leg of the adventure. So, Revelations by the Tree. Aha. Focusing on the central glyph. You know, I'm going to keep doing this because it's quite magical. By the way, do you see how the mouth of the Siren Grotto is splashing up against my shoulder tonight? I certainly hope that you do and that the rest of my spotlight isn't drowning it out. Right then. Focusing on the central glyph. You feel a strange connection to its pulsating light. The bluish glow seems to draw you in, urging you to uncover the secrets. You take a deep breath and begin to trace the glyph with your finger, feeling the subtle vibrations emanating from the tree. As you concentrate, images and words begin to form in your mind. The glyph appears to be a powerful ward designed to contain or repel a supernatural entity. The ancient magic embedded in the symbol is both protective and binding, meant to keep a dark force at bay. In your mind's eye, you see flashes of the menacing figure Mr. Finch had described in his journal, its eyes glowing like embers in the night. The figure is tied to the glyph. Its presence kept at a distance by the ancient magic. But something has disturbed the balance, weakening the ward and allowing the entity to draw closer to the village. Heavens! My goodness! All right, well, as you ponder this revelation, you realize you have two critical choices to make. So, let's mix it up, shall we? Blue emojis. Restore the ward. Attempt to restore the ward's power using your knowledge of ancient magic. Or yellow emojis. Seek help from the elders. Return to the village and seek the council of the village elders, who may possess the knowledge and power to restore the ward and protect the village. So, blue emojis, we're going to try and restore the power to the sigil in the tree. Or yellow emojis, seek help from the village elders. Which shall we do? I see, oh my goodness, so far we have 1 vote for blue, 2 votes for blue, and 2 for yellow. Oh heavens, you keep having to go back and rewatch again because you keep falling asleep. Oh, Scream Queen, darling, please be careful. Be careful. In your condition, falling asleep at any rate is quite concerning, darling. Please do be careful. Oh, darlings, whatever shall we do with all of you? Oh, goodness. I do love seeing all my candles floating around, don't you? Ah, my goodness, we're sitting at 928 viewers on TikTok. So close to 1,000. Thank you so very much, everyone. My goodness, I see yellow emojis pouring in. But I also see blue emojis pouring in. I think we may be neck and neck. My goodness, darlings, whatever shall we do? Are we going to restore the magic to the tree? Blue? Or yellow? Are we going to consult the village elders for advice? I see the corn emoji. Oh, darlings, I do love your sense of humor. Oh, my goodness, well, I do see, all right. Doctor says sleep is the best thing for you. All right, then. If the physician is the one who is demanding that you rest, then I must concur. There is no other choice but to concur with professionals. Yes? Oh my goodness, I fear that I just blew all of your ears out touching the microphone. I do apologize. All right then. It looks like the golds have it. The golds have it. It looks like we're going to be heading back to the village for sage advice from the sages. Yes? All right, let's see if we can get some music that's a little less angelic, shall we? Here we are. Oh, how appropriate. This one is called The Silence of Trees. Hello there, Lady Scarlett. Well, hello, Scully the Showman. How art thee tonight? Wonderful to make thy acquaintance once more tonight. Delightful to see you. And a delight to say hello to all of the new friends on TikTok. Thank you so very much. We're sitting at 960 viewers on TikTok right now, we are within a stone's throw of setting a Nightshade record of 1,000 viewers. Let's see, what shall we do? Happy thoughts. This is the longest you've been able to stay awake in 3 days. Oh, Scream Queen. I am quite honored and humbled by that revelation. Darling, thank you so very much for being here. I do appreciate you sticking it out. A true denizen of the Siren Grotto and a paragon of enterprise, efficiency, and ingenuity you are. My goodness. All right then, everyone. Here we go. Let's go back to the village, shall we? You leave the clearing and make your way back to the village, the fog thickening as you approach. The village square is quiet, but you know where to find the elders gathered in the old stone hall at the center of Waverley. These wise men and women have seen many seasons and hold the collective memory of the village's history and lore. Entering the hall, you find the elders seated in the circle, their faces lined with age and wisdom. They look up as you approach, their eyes reflecting both concern and a healthy curiosity. We approach Elder Hawthorne, a matriarch with silver hair and piercing blue eyes. You return with news from the forest. What have you discovered, child? You recount your findings, describing the symbols on the tree, the circular glyph, the vision, the menacing figure. The elders listen intently, nodding as they absorb the information. Elder Granger says, his voice gravelly with age. The horde you describe is indeed ancient and powerful. It was created to protect our village from a dark entity that has long sought to break through. If the ward is failing, we must act swiftly to restore it. Now, I do have to wonder how swiftly our village elders can act. Tall, yes? You love the hanging candles? Thank you so much, Annika. Lovely to see you, darling. How are they tonight? Yet another stunning member of the Siren Grotto Patreon. All right. Red emojis. Perform the restoration ritual. We follow the guidance of the elders to perform a ritual that will restore the strength of the sigil and protect the village. This will involve gathering specific items and performing a ceremonial incantation. Or green emojis, we confront the entity. Using the information provided by the elders to confront the entity directly, armed with the knowledge and protective charms. This will be a more dangerous path, but could end the threat once and for all to the village. So, what shall we do? I see red emojis. So far, I see red emojis. Perform the ritual. Or green emojis, we confront the entity. Green light, go. What on earth are we going to do, everyone? 989 viewers. We are going to hit 1,000 viewers tonight. Yes, we are. Indeed. Thank you so very much for all of the gifts tonight as well, everyone. I do appreciate it. This is, after all, what I do for a living, and every little bit is so very much appreciated. It honors me and humbles me so. Thank you. Gratitude to you. My goodness, I see reds and greens are neck and neck. Reds and greens are neck and neck once again. Whatever shall we do? My goodness. Oh my goodness, I'm starting to see more greens. More greens happening. Also, Annika, whilst you're here, I did make attempts to fill the pages of your journal. I even took it to the laser and tried to laser out some pages to fill it with. I do have measurements for you, and I was able to fabricate some pages to start you off. However, it's not a full notebook anymore, I must say. Though I did make attempts. Attempts were made, darling. Oh my goodness. So you shall have that, since tomorrow is a holiday after all. You shall have that in the mail to you on Friday. Friday morrow. Oh my goodness. All right. Well, it does seem that the green emojis have won once again. So, green emojis. Oh my goodness. We just hit 1,008 viewers on TikTok. I am honored. I am honored and I am humbled and I am simply blown away. We've officially set a Nightshade record tonight. Over 1,000 viewers. Thank you so very much to all of you. I do appreciate it. I cannot simply imagine 1,000 denizens of the Siren Grotto. I cannot imagine 1,000 humans walking through this door. Thank you so much for being here. Darlings, thank you so very much for being a part of this journey today. I do appreciate you. And if you do want more, make sure to join that Patreon. We are looking for 5 merfolk tonight. Yes, we are. Links are in bio. Yes, we are. We welcomed 5 last week alone. I believe that we can grow it even further tonight. Yes, I do. We have perks at all tiers, starting at just $5 per month. And I please trust and believe that it is worth every penny and ducat, I must say. And we have several listening parties coming up. Speaking of perks of being in the Siren Grotto Patreon, you get a free download of Siren's band Seize the Shadow debuted their first single called Son on a Vampire. It is a hard rock tune. It premiered on the radio this Sunday last, and we had a listening party online for it, and we will be having several more because I got word just before we got on this live stream tonight that we have been picked up by yet another radio station, and so we shall have 3 more listening parties coming up this week, including tomorrow. So 4 listening parties this week. And you get a download for free when you join us, even ahead of the Spotify release. All right, everyone. Thank you so very much for following. Oh my goodness, inactivity during the live. Pardon me, one moment. I must reactivate the live, even though we've been active. Quite active, I must say. Heavens to Betsy. All right, here we go. No internet connection. Oh dear. Oh bother. What shall we do? Please try again. All right, we shall try again. Bear with me, everyone. I do apologize. I may have to end the live. Oh no! Oh, heaven's sakes. Oh, please, no, don't tell me this. Oh no, it looks like the live will end in 3 minutes. Verify to continue. Please try again. I don't understand what's going on. No, I don't wish to report any problems. I just wish to refresh and try again. Heavens! Heavens to Murgatroyd! There we are, we're back. We're back, everyone. I apologize for that. Oh, thank you so very much for being here, everyone. Now, I must say, I must decline your live request. Such a vibe, mad cool. Why, thank you, Noah. I do appreciate you. Roach, hello again. Oh, delight to make your acquaintance once more this evening, darling. All right, everyone, we're sitting at 1,040 on TikTok. Let us continue the story. All right, here we are. We're going to confront the entity now. Everyone, get your wands ready. And I suppose your gifts, your likes, your comments, Everyone, get some kind of a magical emoji ready. Get some kind of a magical emoji ready, or even your hands. Yes? Your hand emojis. Something to help you perform this incantation with me. All right, here we are. Very well. Let us confront the entity that haunts our village, armed with the knowledge and protective charms provided by the elders. The elders gather round you, offering words of wisdom and placing protective charms in your hands. Each charm is inscribed with ancient runes, designed to shield you from the entity's dark power. Be cautious, child. The entity is cunning and powerful. Trust in the charms, and remember the words of protection we have taught you.
Confronting this entity will not be easy, but it is necessary. Go now, and may the spirits of our ancestors guide your way.
With the elders' blessings, you make your way back into the forest. The protective charms clutch tightly in your hands. The fog is thicker now, the air charged with anticipation as you approach the clearing where the gnarly tree stands. As you step into the clearing, the air grows colder and the shadows seem to pulse with a sinister energy. The central glyph on the tree glows faintly, the beacon in the darkness. You sense a presence behind you, and as you turn, you come face to face with the entity. Its eyes burn like embers, and its form is shrouded in darkness, shifting and swirling as it moves closer and closer. Stand firm, my friends. We are protected by the charms and the knowledge of the elders. Together, we shall face this threat and restore peace to our village. So, we have two choices. With the protective charms in place, you begin to recite the words of protection taught by the elders. The entity recoils, its form flickering and wavering as the power of the charm takes hold. So, here's our next choice, everyone. Red emojis, we continue reciting the incantation. Words of protection to weaken the entity further. Maybe we shall kill it, drive it back, and restore peace. Or green emojis, use the charm to banish the entity. Use the protective charms to banish the entity entirely, leaving its threat to the village once and for all. Whatever shall we do? Choose wisely, my friends. Shall we continue the incantation to weaken the entity with red? Or shall we use the charm to banish it completely with green? What on earth shall we do? Bo Daniels, another member of the Siren Grotto. Thank you so very much for being here this morning. How are they? A good morrow to you, darling. Wonderful to see you. Can you tell I'm sweating just ever so slightly now? Oh, goodness. Mortal creatures aren't supposed to sweat. Oh, that's right, I'm half immortal, I forgot. All right then, I see greens. I see greens so far. What on earth shall we be doing here? It is a tough choice, yes it is. What on earth are we doing this time? I see greens in the lead so far. We are sitting at 1,080 viewers on TikTok. Thank you so very, very much, everyone. I do appreciate you. What on earth are we going to do? Thank you so very much for the follows, everyone. I do appreciate you. Thank you for being here and for being an honorary member of the Siren Grotto. Simply by following, you have gained access to not only me once a week, but also Siren, as well as Mr. Siren performing music for you on other nights of the week. This is so very exciting. All right, everyone, here we go. So, I see greens. It looks like the greens have it, everyone. It does. It looks like the greens have it. It looks like we're ready to squash the entity. We're ready to kill it back. Once and for all. You don't know who you are, but you love my voice. Why, thank you, Captain Greentoker. I do appreciate that, darling. Well, every other day of the week, my name is Siren, multi-instrumentalist, singer, voiceover artist, and Jill of all creative trades. However, once a week, I show up and moonlight in the moonlight as Lady Scarlett Nightshade, demonstrating not only voiceover and costuming work, everything you see top to tails is handcrafted, but also to read you stories in which you participate as a choose-your-own-adventure vote. So very exciting. So, Amy Lacefield, thank you so very much for coming in, darling. I saw that follow. And thank you so very much for following, Captain Greentoker. All right, well, I'm going to take the purple heart as a red heart because that's what we're voting on right now. A red vote is to beat the thing back, and the green vote is to kill it once and for all. All right, everyone. I do believe the greens have it. So, here we are. The chat, certainly filled with green emojis tonight, signaling the audience's decision to use the protective charms to banish the entity once and for all. Now, Moonshade, this would be your opportunity to say, Avada Kedavra. Yes? Lady Scarlett nodded, which I have, understanding the decisive nature of the choice. With protective charms in hand, everyone get your magic wands ready. Your magic wand emojis, let's see them. You step forward, your voice strong and unwavering as you recite ancient words of banishment. So, everyone in the chat right now, magic wands and Avada Kedavras. Yes? Let's go. The entity recoils, its form flickering violently as the power of the charm takes hold. Its burning eyes widen in fear and anger as the light grows stronger, enveloping it completely. With a final guttural scream, the entity is consumed by the light, its form dissipating into thin air. Haha, well done, everyone. You return to the village, Nightfall Society, where the elders and villagers await with bated breath. As you step into the square, the tension breaks and a cheer rises from the crowd. The threat has been vanquished and peace is restored to Waverley Village once again. Elder Hawthorne stepped forward. You have done well, child. The village is safe once more, thanks to your courage and the wisdom of our ancestors. Elder Granger chimed in as well. The ward is strong again, and the dark force is no more. You have our eternal gratitude. The villagers gather round, offering their thanks and praise. The fog continues to lift, revealing the first light of dawn breaking over the horizon. The lighthouse stands as a beacon of hope and safety, its light guiding ships through the now peaceful waters. And thus, the village of Waverley is safe once more, the dark force banished by our bravery and the wisdom of the elders. Thank you, my dear friends. Thank you, Nightfall Society, for guiding this adventure and bringing light into the shadow. Now, Please join me again next time for another night of mystery and magic. Until then... Haha! Just kidding, I'm not going anywhere. We're having too much fun. Aren't we now? Right, my darlings. Thank you so very much for all the follows. Thank you so very much for all the gifting, the likes, the shares, doing all of the things that we're supposed to do. Your hard work has brought 1,137 followers to TikTok tonight. Thank you so very much to efficiency, enterprise, and ingenuity, and I say to all of you, huzzah and zounds. Thank you so very much, my darlings, for being here, and it is such a pleasure to make all of your acquaintances tonight. Now, magic, you have demon powers. Why, Jeremy Russia. Well, you do have to admit, magic, I mean, demon powers are a form of magic, aren't they? I myself am half immortal, so who am I to say anything? Thank you, thank you, Karen. I do appreciate you, darling. Thank you so very much for being here. Such a pleasure to make all of your acquaintances tonight. My goodness. Imagine. My goodness, and look at all of these roses. All of these little gifts tonight. Thank you so much, my dears. And thank you so very much for all the likes. 26,000 likes on TikTok as well. We're only sitting at 5 viewers on Twitch, though. Though I will say, my goodness, the Twitch chat has been quite active tonight. All of you Twitch visitors over there. Yeet the water. Yeet. And as a matter of fact, tonight I do have deep blue sea water out of my bottle. Leader of the lower 6 rings. Aha. Spooky Mary Poppins. Yes, you love the bedtime stories. Yes, Captain Green Toka. As a matter of fact, here's something funny. Cheers, everyone. Though we should be awakening hydration with bloodthirsty, shouldn't we? Thank you for redeeming the hydration. I do appreciate that. All right, everyone. So, funny story. Funny you should say that, Captain Green Toka, because what happened was the original name for this character was indeed Scary Poppins. Though, too many people, I think, would have associated with Julie Andrews, and Julie Andrews is someone else who has a 4-octave singing range. I do admire so. I simply could not do it. However, a spoonful of arsenic helps the medicine go down. Well then. So, shall we make a shameless plug while everyone is still here? Bedtime stories indeed. Well, I do believe that we should be doing some kind of poetry or short stories. What shall I read to you next? Please, everyone, make your suggestions. I'd love to read something else to you tonight, since we finished our game. So, everyone, if you're not aware, I'm also the designer of this packaging. This delightful packaging for this brand called Bloodthirst Tea. Bloodthirst Tea is absolutely delicious. We have 3 flagship flavors. One, of course, is our original OG Hibiscus, inspired not only by Jekyll and Hyde, but also Boku Hyde here on TikTok and on Twitch, of course. Hibiscus, which is an organic hibiscus flower tea. We also have Earl Graveyard, our Earl Grey. It's a black oolong tea infused with the delightful orange peel that you come to know and love from Earl Grey teas. And, of course, one of our signature flavors and my personal favorite design, I must say, this is called Geisha's Ghost. And Geisha's Ghost is a sencha green tea A version of the Pied Piper. The Pied Piper of Hamelin. Why, thank you. Yes. Outfit looks gorgeous. Thank you, Brent Dean. Beautiful graphics on the tins. Thank you so much, Alicia. I do appreciate it. Yes. Bloodthirsttea.com. And if you do choose to grab some tea anytime I'm online and use code SIREN for 10% off your entire purchase, not only including teas, but also including merchandise with mugs and shirts and all kinds of lovely little things. We even have a barista apron. Ah, it's so delightful. So please check out bloodthirsttea.com. Anyone who's already tried Bloodthirsty, put some little teas or some little teapots or something in the chat, because it is incredible. Delicious tea. Right then, the Pied Piper. My goodness. Let's take a look into the grimoire and see what we can do. My goodness, everyone, it's such a delight to be reading for you tonight. Such a delight to be making all of your acquaintances. My goodness, we have officially set another record. We are now at 1,185 viewers on TikTok, and that is such a delight. What an honor and a pleasure. Thank you so very much. Oh, yes. Yes, indeed. The big gasp emojis, yes. 1,187. Every time I look at it, the number grows. This is delightful. Thank you so very much, everyone. I may also wish to sing for you later. I don't know. Depends on how long we're here. Depends if we can get... Oh my goodness, 1,190. It just rose again. In accordance with the scripture, I'm sure. All right, everyone. So, the Pied Piper. Narrated by yours truly, Lady Scarlett Nightshade. Here we are. Your phone is dying, so you must leave for the night. A pleasure, as always, Lady Scarlett. Melissa, the Lady Melissa, a pleasure to make your acquaintance once more this evening, darling. And as always, a pleasant nightmares to you. We shall see you on the morrow for Red, White, and Rock concert show. The Pied Piper. Narrated by yours truly, Lady Scarlett Nightshade. In the quaint and fog-shrouded town of Rookhaven, nestled deep in the heart of a sinister forest, lived townsfolk plagued by an unrelenting curse. Each night, the haunting whispers of unseen creatures filled the air, and the town was overrun by a legion of monstrous rats with eyes that glowed an eerie red. Desperation clawed at the hearts of Rookhaven's inhabitants, and so they turned to the only figure who dared to tread where even shadows feared to linger, the enigmatic Piper. Clad in tattered robes that seemed to meld with the night, the Piper arrived as silently as a breath on the wind, his face obscured by a mask carved with ancient symbols. His instrument, flute of bone and obsidian, glimmered with a sinister energy. Indeed, the town's elders, their faces etched with fear and hope, beseeched the Piper to rid them of their curse. With a nod, the Piper began to play a haunting melody that wrapped round the town like a suffocating mist. The rats, drawn by the sinister tune, emerged from the shadows, their numbers multiplying until the streets writhed with their presence. Mesmerized by the piper's song, the rats followed him as he led them through the twisted streets of Rookhaven, past the decrepit houses, out into the moonlit forest. The music grew louder, more insistent, pulling the rats deeper into the woods where the trees seemed to whisper dark secrets. I would like to see some rats in the chat. Show me some rats and mice emojis in the chat. Brittany Phelps, hello, my first time being here. Well, hello, Brittany Phelps. Wonderful to make thy acquaintance. My name is the Lady Scarlett Nightshade, and I come once a week on Siren's account to regale you with tales. You just finished an interactive choose-your-own-adventure story. That's how we start out every live stream. All right, I see those rat and mouse emojis coming through. At the first light of dawn began to pierce the canopy, the piper reached the edge of a yawning abyss, a cavern that pulsed with a malevolent glow. Without hesitation, he continued his melody, and the rats, entranced, plunged into the depths, vanishing out into the darkness. The piper returned to Rookhaven, his task complete. But when the townsfolk offered their thanks in gold, he merely raised a hand. Promises must be kept, he intoned, his voice a rasping whisper. But you've not yet paid the true price. With those chilling words, he vanished into the mist, leaving the townsfolk in a state of uneasy relief. Yet, as the nights wore on, the town's children began to disappear, one by one, lured by a phantom melody only they could hear. The piper had claimed his due, and Rookhaven was left to the silence of an empty night, forever haunted by the price of their salvation. Audible hopes you've enjoyed this program. Oh, darlings, my goodness, we're sitting at 1,224 viewers on TikTok now. Thank you so very much for being here. 226. Darlings, thank you so very much for following. I do appreciate you. Thank you so very much. Now, shall I recite some Poe, perhaps? Hello, Velvet Soul Taker. Why, thank you so very much for being here. How are you tonight? My goodness, a pleasure to make everyone's acquaintance. Well, for those of you who just joined, my goodness, you seem to be joining by the second now. My name, every other day of the week, is Siren, singer, voiceover artist, multi-instrumentalist, and once a week I moonlight as the Lady Scarlett Nightshade, a vampire-like hybrid, stalking the profiles of TikTok, reading you spooky stories in which you participate as an active voter in every twist and turn of our choose-your-own-adventure tales. It is quite a delight. Make sure to show up early so that you get to participate in the votes. You missed me. Well, Sarah, I missed you as well. Thank you so much for coming in tonight. How are you? I want to wish everyone a very happy Independence Day if you are, in fact, in the United States. Where is everyone from, by the way? I need to know from whence we all hail, all our new denizens of the Nightfall Society, yes? You're amazing, thank you, good. Reno, Nevada. You must slumber, lasset. Siren touched you could lead me to the doom. Ah, well, Captain Greentoker, make sure. Perhaps I shall see you on the morrow. Well, Siren shall see you on the morrow. USA, you're from Tennessee. Aha. Hello from New Mexico. Well, hello, Fonda Toledo from New Mexico. Brittany Phelps, Mississippi, in the house. Aha. Wonderful. Raising the roof for Mississippi. All right, let's take a look here. My goodness, did someone offer a tip? Heavens to Betsy. Stephanie Brown, thank you so very much. I just saw that. Thank you so very much for tipping. I do appreciate you, darling. My goodness. Right then. Let's read a little bit of Edgar Allan Poe, shall we? I should like to recite for you. Ohio. Wonderful. $1,262 viewers. I'm starting to feel like Count Von Count. 1, 2, 3 viewers. You love Edgar Allan Poe. Well, Sarah, you've come to the right place, darling. Here we go. The Raven by Edgar Allan Poe. Get your screenshots ready, everyone. Once upon a midnight dreary, while I pondered weak and weary over many a quaint and curious volume of forgotten lore, while I nodded, nearly napping, suddenly there came tapping, as of someone gently rapping at my chamber door. "'Tis some visitor," I muttered, tapping at my chamber door. "Only this, and nothing more." Ah, distinctly I remember it was in the bleak December, and each separate dying ember wrought its ghost upon the floor. Eagerly I wished tomorrow. Vainly I had sought to borrow from my books the case of sorrow. Sorrow for the lost Lenore, for the rare and radiant maiden whom the angels name Lenore, nameless here forevermore. And the silken, sad, uncertain rustling of each purple curtain thrilled me, filled me with fantastic terrors never felt before, so that now, to still the beating of my heart, I stood repeating, "Is some visitor entreating entrance at my chamber door? Some late visitor entreating entrance at my chamber door?" This is it and nothing more. Presently, my soul grew stronger, hesitating then no longer. "Sir," said I, "or madam, truly your forgiveness I implore, but the fact that I was napping, and so gently you came rapping, and so faintly you came tapping at my chamber door, that I scarce was sure I heard you." Here I opened wide the door. Darkness there, and nothing more. Deep into that darkness peering, long I stood there, wondering, fearing, doubting, dreaming dreams no mortal ever dared dream before. But the silence was unbroken, and the stillness gave no token, and the only word there spoken was the whispered word. Lenore? This, I whispered, and an echo murmured back the word. Lenore! Merely this and nothing more. Back into the chamber turning, all my soul within me burning. Soon again I heard a tapping somewhere, louder than before. Surely, said I, surely that is something at my window lattice. Let me see then. What? There it is. And this mystery explore. Let my heart be still a moment, and this mystery explore. 'Tis the wind, and nothing more. Open here I flung the shutter, when, with many a flirt and flutter, in there stepped a stately raven of the saintly days of yore. Not the least obeisance made he, not a minute stopped or stayed he, but, with mien of lord or lady, perched above my chamber door, perched upon a bust of Pallas just above my chamber door, perched and sat, and nothing more. Then this ebony bird, beguiling my sad fancy into smiling by the grave and stern decorum of the countenance. Though thy crest be shorn and shaven thou, I said, art sure no craven, ghastly grim, an ancient raven wandering from the nightly shore. Tell me, what thy lordly name is on this night's Plutonian shore. Quoth the raven, nevermore. Much I marvelled this ungainly fowl to hear discourse so plainly, though its answer little meaning, little relevancy bore. For we cannot help agreeing that no living human being ever yet was blessed with seeing bird above his chamber door, bird or beast upon the sculptured bust above his chamber door, with such a name as Nevermore. But the raven, sitting lonely on the placid bust, spoke only that one word, as if his soul in that one word he did outpour. Nothing farther than he uttered, not a feather than he fluttered, till I scarcely more than murmured, friends have flown before, on the morrow he will leave me, as my hopes have flown before. And the bird said, nevermore. Startled at the darkness broken by reply so aptly spoken, doubtless, said I, what it utters is so only stock and store, caught me from some unhappy master, whom unmerciful disaster followed fast and followed faster to his songs one burden bore, till the dirges of his hope melancholy burden bore of nevermore. But the raven, still beguiling all my fancy into smiling, straight I wheeled the cushioned seat in front of bird and bust and door. Then, upon the velvet sinking, I betook myself to linking fancy unto fancy, thinking what this ominous bird of yore, what this grim, ungainly, ghastly, gaunt, and ominous bird of yore meant in croaking nevermore. This I sat engaged in guessing, but no syllable expressing to the fowl whose fiery eyes now burnt into my bosom's core. This and more I sat divining, with my head at ease, reclining on the cushion's velvet lining that the lamplight gloated o'er, but whose velvet violet lining with the lamplight gloating o'er, shall press on nevermore. Then methought the air grew denser, fumed from an unseen censer, swung by seraphim whose footfalls tinkled on the tufted floor. Wretch, I cried, thy God hath lent thee, by the angels he hath sent thee, respite and nepenthe, and forget this lost Lenore. Quoth the raven,
Nevermore.
Prophet, said I, thing of evil, prophet still, if bird or devil, whether tempter sent, or whether tempest tossed thee here ashore, desolate, yet all undaunted, on this desert land enchanted, on this home by horror haunted. Tell me truly, I implore, is there balm in Gilead? Tell me, I implore. Quoth the raven,
Nevermore.
Prophet, said I, thing of evil, prophet still, if bird or devil, by that heaven that binds above us, that by God that we both adore, tell this soul with sorrow laden, if the distant Aiden, it shall clasp a sainted maiden whom the angels name Lenore. Clasp a rare and radiant maiden whom the angels name Lenore. Quoth the raven,
Nevermore.
that be word or sign of parting, bird or fiend, I shrieked, upstarting. Get thee back into the tempest and the night's Plutonian shore. Leave no black plume as the token that lie thy soul hath spoken. Leave my loneliness unbroken. Quit the bust above my door. Take thy beak from my heart, and take thy form from off my door. Quoth the raven, nevermore. And the raven, never fitting, still is sitting on the pallid bust of Paris, just above my chamber door. And his eyes have all the seeming of a demon's that is dream. And the lamplight o'er him screaming throws his shadow on the floor. I so, from out that shadow that lies floating on the floor, shall be lifted, nevermore. That was, of course, The Raven by Edgar Allan Poe. I remain your humble narrator. Oh, thank you so very much, everyone, for following. I do appreciate thee. Thank you. I do hope that you had your screen recordings going. Bravo, well done. Why, thank you so much. CC Beans, thank you, darling. Oh, my goodness, first time chat. Well, hello, Huey. I like that name. Loved it more. Angel Smith, thank you so very much, darling. All right, well, let's try one that I haven't tried in many, many moons. Shall we recite The Jabberwocky by Lewis Carroll? 'Twas brillig, and the slithy toads did gyre and gimble in the ray. All mimsy were the burrow groves, and the mome rats outgrave. And I don't remember the rest of it. I'm going to have to look it up. I'm so very sorry. It's been quite a while, more than 20 years since I... Oh, heavens. Oh, heavens to Betsy. Oh, goodness, darlings. All right, let's see. Tell the story about the Sanderson sisters. Of course I will, Brittany Phelps. Of course I shall. The story of the Sanderson sisters. But first I need to do the Jabberwocky because now it won't leave my head until I finish it. You see, that's the way this works. Right then, I do hope that everyone is having a wonderful time here tonight on TikTok and on Twitch. And if you are visiting me on YouTube, thank you so very much for being here. I am so very sorry that I cannot see the chats on YouTube. Yes, ma'am, Brittany says. Well, good. I'm very glad to hear it. Oh, ma'am, my goodness, what a sign of respect. You do use the King's English, don't you? Right then, Jabberwocky by Lewis Carroll. Mm-hmm. Oh, let's try it from the University of Hamburg. Let's take a look. There we are. 'Twas brillig, and the slithy toves did gyre and gimble in the wave. Oh, mimsy were the borough groves, and the mome rats outgrave. Beware the Jabberwock, my son, the jaws that bite, the claws that catch. Beware the Jubjub bird, and shun the frumious Bandersnatch. He took his vorpal sword in hand. A long time the manxome foe he sought. So rested he by the Tum-Tum tree, and stood a while in thought. And, as in uffish thought he stood, the Jabberwock, with eyes of flame, came whiffling through the tulgey wood, and burbled as it came. 1, 2, 1, 2, and through the vorpal blade went snick-a-snack. He left it dead, and with its head he came galumphing back. And hast thou slain the Jabberwock? Come to my arms, my beamish boy. Galloo, gallay, oh fruptious day, he chortled in his joy. 'Twas brillig, and the slithy toves did gyre and gimble in the wave. All mimsy were the borough groves, and the mome rats outgrave. This, with a little help from the website, was The Jabberwocky by Lewis Carroll, and I remain your humble narrator. You look beautiful. Why, thank you so much, Pictulated. And how art thee tonight, and from whence dost thou hail? I must know, for those of you who are just joining me tonight, thank you so very much for being here. We have set a Nightshade record for number of viewers on TikTok tonight. We are sitting at 1,397 viewers. 98. They're growing by the second. You're multiplying like hydras. I do say, Portland, Oregon, thank you so very much for following. If you haven't already, please, please, please consider a follow. Please consider a little gift, a little share, a little TikTok-y something. I do appreciate every single one of you. I do this for a living. This is how I make my rent in the grotto. So every little bit counts, and every little bit is so appreciated. Singing for my supper, as it were, with all of you tonight. Singing for my tea, of course, as well. All right, so where is everyone hailing from? Portland, Oregon, yes. You look amazing. Why, thank you, Angie. How are you, darling? Well, all right. I shall reintroduce myself because quite a few of you have joined since the last time I did so. Every other day of the week, my name is Siren, Siren of Sound, across all social media, especially here on TikTok, where I am a singer, multi-instrumentalist, voiceover artist, Jill of all creative trades. And once a week, usually on Thursday evenings, though we are doing it tonight because tomorrow is a national holiday. So, I moonlight once a week as the Lady Scarlett Nightshade, an original character that I've developed to not only provide you with spooky tales on typically Thursday evenings, but also to demonstrate the voiceover work that I do. Worth way more. Oh, darling. CCP, thank you, darling. You are the sweetest. Thank you so very much for tipping. I do appreciate you, darling. Well, tomorrow, save your pennies and ducats, because on the morrow, Mr. Siren and Siren shall be performing a red, white, and rock show right here across all streaming platforms for you, entertaining you at some point in the afternoon, probably sometime in between swimming and having hot dogs. Certainly well before the fireworks, because fireworks are Siren's favorite, one of Siren's favorite things. My goodness, thank you so very much for following, everyone. I do appreciate you. Thank you for being here. 1,424. Oh heavens, the number gets bigger every time I look at it. What a delight. Thank you. All right, Brittany had requested the story of the Sanderson sisters. All right. Let's take a look. Let's see what we can do about our fair Sanderson sisters. I'm also working on something. I'm working on a novelette of my own for the first time. You know, I narrate audiobooks and do all kinds of little ASMR things and all kinds of recitations for you, but certainly nothing of my own that isn't a musical in nature. And so, decided it would be a fun little pet project to write a novelette. It's called The Blueprints. It's a horror story, of course it is. Everything round here can be a horror show. So, right then, the Sanderson sisters. Are we ready? Everyone, please put some kind of witchy little emoji in the comments. Some kind of little emoji in the comments to indicate you're ready to hear the origin story of the Sanderson sisters, as requested by Brittany. American born, are you not? I am American born. Anarchy, welcome back, darling. Oh, I see lots of little witch brooms coming in. Wonderful, wonderful. All right, I would say that's a pretty good indicator. I feel like you're watching a recording off a camcorder, pleasantly nostalgic. Ah, that's delightful. I love that. I love that. We do go after that aesthetic. I do have an entire playlist of over 135 two-sentence terrors from your FYP. So please be sure to check out that playlist once the live is over if you want more instant on-demand content. Could make a killing doing ASMR. Well, darling, one never knows what's up these lace sleeves. All right, here we go. In the shadowed depths of 17th century Salem, where the air is thick with whispers of witchcraft and fear of the unknown, three sisters, Winifred, Sarah, and Mary Sanderson, lived on the outskirts of town. The home, a quaint yet ominous cottage, was nestled deep within the foreboding woods, where the sun's light barely pierced the thick canopy of twisted branches. Winifred, the eldest, was a cunning and ambitious sorceress with the mane of fiery red hair and a heart as cold as stone. She was driven by a hunger for power and eternal youth, forever seeking the darkest spells and almost potent ingredients. Her piercing green eyes could see through any lie, and her sharp wit cut through any pretense. Sarah, the middle sister, was known for her ethereal beauty and enchanting voice, which could lure anyone if heard into a trance. With long, flowing blonde hair and an almost childlike innocence, she was the epitome of allure and manipulation. Though seemingly naive, she wielded her charm like a weapon, ensnaring the hearts and minds of those round her. And we all know how her song goes, yes? Ah, I think we need to pause the music for a moment. Come, little children, I'll take thee away into a land of enchantment. Come, little children, the time's come to play here in my garden of shadows. Come, little children, I'll take thee away into a land of enchantment. Come, little children, the time's come to play here in my garden of shadows. Follow, sweet children, I'll show thee the way through all the pain and the sorrows. Weep not, poor children, for life is this way, murdering beauty and passion. Hush now, dear children, it must be this way, too weary of life and deceptions. Rest now, my children, for soon we'll away into the calm and the quiet. Come, little children, I'll take thee away into a land of enchantment. Come, little children, the time's come to play here in my garden of shadows. And, of course, Mary, the youngest, possessed a unique ability to track and sense the presence of others. Her round face framed by dark curls. Her loyalty to her sisters was unwavering, and she often played the role of the peacemaker. Her talents, though less overtly powerful, were crucial to the sisters' survival and schemes. Their journey into the dark arts began with a tragic and vengeful twist of fate. When they were young, their mother, a reputed healer and herbalist, was falsely accused of witchcraft by the townspeople and executed in a brutal public spectacle. The loss of their mother, who had genuinely possessed benign magical abilities, sparked a deep and burning desire for revenge within the sisters. Oh my goodness, look at all those gifts. Thank you so much. Beautiful, memory keeper, lovely. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness, thank you so much. No beauty in lies. This is very true, darling. guided by a mysterious and ancient grimoire hidden within their mother's belongings. Winifred led her sisters down the path of true witchcraft. They delved into forbidden rituals and spells, summoning spirits and communing with the dark forces. Their cottage became a place of potent magic and eerie happenings, drawing the suspicion and fear of the townspeople. The most infamous act came one fateful Halloween night when they devised a potion that would steal the life force of children, granting them eternal youth. However, their attempt to complete the spell was thwarted by the townsfolk, who captured and condemned them to death. As they stood on the gallows, Winifred cast a final, desperate spell, vowing that they would return when a virgin lit the black flame candle on All Hallows Eve. The sisters met their end with a chilling promise on their lips, but the curse remained. For centuries, the story became a dark legend in Salem, whispered among children and adults alike. It wasn't until modern times that their legend was resurrected, quite literally, when the black flame candle was lit by the unsuspecting teenager, unleashing the Sanderson sisters upon the world once more to wreak havoc and fulfill their quest for eternal life. Hello, Daniel Monaco. How are you, darling? Wonderful to make your acquaintance once more this evening. Anya, Memory Keeper, thank you so very much for the follows. A legend. Perish the thought. Indeed. Righto. Righto. Oh, goodness, the dark streets of London. I love this one. I love these sound effects. Dark streets of London. Wait, wash a rush, watch a hurry. You gave me such a fright. I thought you was a ghost. Did you? Yes, yes. Are we going to do it? Are we going to do Sweeney? Let's do some Sweeney. You turn thrice and snap and burn my salt. Oh, darling. Oh, you're a treasure, aren't you? I do love you. Oh, Rhonda, thank you so very much. Sweetie Chad. Indeed. Wait, wash a rush, watch a hurry. You gave me such a fright. I thought you was a ghost. Half a minute, can't you sit? Sit she down, sit. Oh, they haven't seen a customer for weeks. Did you come in for a pie, sir? Do forgive me if he is a little vague. What's that? But you think we had the plague from the way the people keep avoiding? No, you don't. Heaven knows I try, sir. Well, there's no one comes in even to inhale. Right you are, so would you like a drop of ale? Mind you, I can hardly blame them. These are probably the worst pies in London. I know why nobody cares to take them. I should know, I make them, but good no, the worst pies in London. Even that's polite, the worst pies in London. If you doubt it, take a bite. Is that just disgusting? You have to concede it. It's nothing but crusting. Here, drink this. You'll need it. The worst pies in London. And no wonder with the price of meat, what it is when you get it. Never thought I'd live to see the day men would think it was a treat. Finding poor animals were dying in the street. Mrs. Mooney has a pie shop, does a business, but I noticed something weird. Lately, all the neighbours' cats have disappeared. I have to hand it to her, what I calls enterprise, popping pussies into pies. Well, wouldn't do in my shop. Just the thought of it's enough to make you sick. And I'm telling you, them pussy cats is quick. No denying times is hard, sir. Even harder than the worst pies in London. Only Lord and nothing more, is that just revolting? Oh, greasy and gritty, it looks like it's melting and tastes like, well, a woman alone with limited wage and the worst pies in London. Ah, sir, times is hard, times is hard. Well, there we are. You don't think you love Sweeney Todd? Oh, I don't think that. Sweeney Todd is by far and away my absolute favourite musical. As a matter of fact, Siren had the pleasure of playing Johanna in Summerstock in the early 2000s. What a delight, what a treat. Freaking awesome, bravo! Why, thank you so very much. Oh, goodness. Yes, I need to see Sweeney Chad. Everyone needs to see Sweeney Chad. The Headless Horseman would be good. Oh. That is quite long, darling. We've already been live for quite a long time tonight. Righto then, we're sitting at 1,593 viewers tonight. Thank you so very much, everyone. Now, I must say, we are still looking for those 5 merfolk in Patreon tonight, if you are so inclined. Oh my goodness, it would be so wonderful to have you there. We are growing our merfolk family day by day. And of course, as Lady Scarlett Nightshade, the librarian of the West Wing Library of the Siren Grotto, I must put you all, every single one of you, into my annals of Siren history. What's that? The Siren Grotto? Patreon? Well, it's an online community. It is paid community. However, when you join at any tier, you receive benefits in return for your support. And so you get things like behind the scenes content, you get sneak peeks of upcoming projects, you receive something we've been working on for quite some time is exclusive audiobooks and voiceover narrations. Something else that recently just happened is that you receive free music, and so we just dropped one of our debut single, actually, from Siren's band Seize the Shadow. It's called Sun on a Vampire, and it is such a delightful song. I must say, I've heard it many times now. I simply can't stop playing it in my shell buds. My goodness, thank you so very much for the gifts. I do appreciate you. So if you are so inclined and joining our community, growing and becoming an elegant savage in the Siren Grotto, please check the link in my bio. You also may find me directly at patreon.com/Siren of Sound. All of those benefits and more starting at just $5 per month. Thank you so very much for following, everyone. I do appreciate you. I cannot believe this. 1,615 viewers now. I simply cannot get over it. How long have we been live? Heavens. 2 hours, 17 minutes. The Patreon is delicious. Yes, 'tis, Mike the Pelican. I'm so happy that you're here. Thank you so very much for being here. A pleasure to see you. Did you happen to figure out what's happening with your Discord? You don't want it to end? Oh, darling. Well, there's always another time. I could stay on a little bit longer. I think if we can get to, let's see, we're sitting at 30,000 likes right now. If we can get to 35,000 likes in the next 5 minutes, then I shall stay a little bit longer. Recite a little bit more for you. Though I do need to walk away for a moment. Though I'm afraid to, because every time I walk away to take a little bit of a break for myself, tend to lose half the people who are here. I don't want that to happen because we're having such a good time tonight. I must say, I am having a blast entertaining all of you. It was discordant. You need to look. Yes, Mike the Pelican, we absolutely must get you in there. If you are having issues with the link or something like that, please let me know. I have a feeling I think you might be right. You may have hit your limit of servers that you can join. Fingers crossed one of them is replaced by the Siren Grotto, because you're missing out on where all the magic happens. What did anyone who's in the Grotto Patreon right now, what did you think of this week's horoscopes? From me. You'll be here tapping. Wonderful. The setup is different tonight. Yes, the setup is different tonight. Last time we made each other's acquaintance, Daniel Monaco, I must say, it was using the cell phone. And I was not happy with the sound. I was not happy with the look of it. Especially since every time we have a 2-sentence terror published here on TikTok, it always has to have that grainy look to it. And I had to get that consistency while we were here in the Grotto library tonight. So I moved to a different camera, moved to a different setup. This really is more accurate. And if you move over to Twitch, you get an even greater experience with high definition. Hello, Beat, how are you? Wonderful to see you, darling. A good morning to you. Those who are in the Patreon have been regaling the rest of the chat with what's been going on in there and what you like the best about it. 1,629 viewers. Thank you so very much, everyone. Now, we have been live for just over 2 hours at this point, and this is phenomenal. Thank you all. Do I have a filter to make the video grainy? No, actually. No, it's a camera that I've been using for quite a long time, as a matter of fact. It's a camera that I've never been happy with, and so I use the graininess of it to augment that vintage feeling. It seems to have worked out to my advantage, as it were. Now, I will say, I was gifted a beautiful camera, gifted an absolutely beautiful camera by one of the merfolk several months ago. It was an unbelievably humbling gift to receive a beautiful, beautiful camera, and that is the one that I'm using on Twitch tonight. That is why it is so crystal clear over there. Mommy Dust, hello, darling. Wonderful to make your acquaintance once more tonight. How are they? Oh, everyone, we're getting closer. We're getting closer to the 4th. Hello. My little Mrs. Doubtfire. Hello. It's so beautiful over there. Oh, Bee, beautiful Bee. You're the beautiful one, darling. All right. What shall we do next? What shall we do next, since I'm sitting here? Since I'm sitting here enjoying your company, and I hope that you're enjoying mine, what on earth are we going to do? 1,648 viewers. My goodness. The number climbs every time I look at it. It seems to grow by the second. I'm feeling like Count Von Count. Mary Poppins. Aha! Just a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down, the medicine go down, medicine go down. Just a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down in the most delightful way. Though I must say I like Feed the Birds much better than that one. It's Soup! Rammstein fan, hello! Wonderful to see you, darling. And how has your week been? How have you fared? this balmy triple-degree weather. 11:11 in Oregon. Yes, indeed it is. It's 11:11 here as well. Everyone make a wish. Now, I must tell you what my wish is, because I do want it to come true, but it depends on all of you. Come to the Siren Grotto. You love it. Ah, wonderful. Feed the birds, tuppence a bag, tuppence, tuppence, tuppence a bag. Feed the birds, that's what she cries. Oh, through the air, the song fills the skies, all along the cathedral. Right? Yes? All along the cathedral. I can't remember the words all of a sudden. It's too late at night. Look down. The saints and apostles look down as she sells her wares. Although you can't see it, you know they are smiling whenever someone shows they care. Though her words are simple and few, listen, listen, she's calling to you. Feed the birds, tuppence a bag, tuppence, tuppence, tuppence a bag. Edelweiss, Edelweiss, every morning you greet me, small and white, clean and bright, you look happy to meet me. Blossom of snow, may you bloom and grow forever. Edelweiss, Edelweiss, bless my homeland forever. The film grain, darling, the film grain look is intentional. It's intentional. Necessity is the mother of invention, after all. And around here, especially on these nights with Lady Scarlett, we are all about efficiency, enterprise, and ingenuity. And so, because the camera, especially on TikTok, has that grainy look to it, because it is an older model camera, doesn't always collect the light as well as we'd like it to, then we go for the vintage look, darling. You see, now, if you were to be on Twitch, you'd get high definition video, if that's what you prefer, if that's your cup of tea. Remove your hearing aids to hear it. Oh, goodness. That's wonderful. Sleeping Beauty, absolutely. I'd be happy to. I love Sleeping Beauty. I must say, Aurora is my favorite. I wonder, I wonder. Ah, da, 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 da. I know you, I walked with you once upon a dream. I know you, the gleam in your eyes is so familiar a gleam, and I know it's true that visions are seldom all they seem. But if I know you, I know what you'll do. You love me at Oh my goodness, everyone. Thank you so very much for the gifts. Oh, it's time for singing. Yes, yes, more. Your ankle is super swollen. Oh no, Rammstein fan, what happened, darling? Lovely and sincere. Thank you, darling. Dancing bears, painted wings, things I almost remember, and a song someone sings once upon a December. Someone holds me safe and warm. Horses prance through a silver storm, dancing gracefully across my memory. La da da, la da da, la da 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 da, la da da, la da da da. And a song someone sings once upon a December. The way your mother used to sing, oh darling, oh goodness. Baba black sheep, Baba black sheep. Yes. Sun and moon from Miss Saigon. Oh my goodness, it's been too long. It's been far too long. I don't even remember how it goes, darling. I'm so very sorry. What else could we do? What else could we do? When someone gets lost in a song. I don't know it, darling. I'm so very sorry. I don't. Kiss the girl. Tempo change. All right. All righty. Let's see. So funny that you're requesting Little Mermaid songs when I'm not Siren. Bear with me, bear with me. Percussion, bass, strings, winds, woodwinds. There you see her, sitting there across the way. He don't got a lot to say, but there's something about her. You don't know why, but you're dying to try. You wanna kiss the girl. Yes, you want her. Look at her, you know you do. Possible she wants you to. There's just one way to ask her. Then it don't take a word, not a single word. Go on and kiss the girl. Sha la 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 la, my oh my, don't let the boy too shy. Ain't gonna kiss the girl. Sha la 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 la, ain't that sad? Ain't it a shame? Too bad he gonna miss the girl. Now's your moment, floating in a blue lagoon. Boy, you better do it soon. Yeah, no time will be better. She don't say a word, not a single word, until you kiss the girl. Sha-la-la-la-la-la, don't be scared. You got the mood prepared. Go on and kiss the girl. Wow, wow. Sha-la-la-la-la-la. Try to hide it, now you want it. How you want to kiss the girl. Sha-la-la-la-la-la, float along. Wah, 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 wah. Kiss the girl. Sha-la-la-la-la-la, music play. Do what the music say. Go on and kiss the girl. You gotta kiss the girl. Go on and kiss the girl. Quack, 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 quack. All right, there you are. There you are, darling. My goodness. Somebody ask me, why do we have the Siren Grotto? Somebody ask me, please. Oh, brilliant, darlings. Negative levels? Oh no, do I have negative levels? Oh no. Well, I will say my blood sugar is awfully negative. I think I need to awaken some hydration with delicious, hydrating bloodthirst tea, of which I am the packaging designer. We have Earl Graveyard, a wonderful rendition of Earl Grey, a beautiful black, smooth black oolong tea with peppered in with orange peel and bergamot. And we also have the flagship flavor that started it all, hibiscus, a organic hibiscus flower tea. And we also have Geisha's Ghost, my personal favorite, a sencha green tea with the infusion of Asian cherry blossom and rose. All available at bloodthirsttea.com. Use code SIREN for 10% off your order. When did we last speak, Scarlett? Oh, Jason the Kelpie! Hello, my friend. Lovely to make your acquaintance once more tonight, darling. Lovely to see you. How art thou? How hast thou been? How have you fared? David the Hypnotist, hello. Take at least a 5 or 10 minute break. Cece Beans, darling, you're so kind looking out for me. My goodness, thank you everyone so very much for following. All the likes, all the follows, all the shares. I do appreciate you. All the gifts even. My goodness, I feel that I shall have quite the purse of pennies and ducats tonight. Many thanks to all of you and your kindness and generosity, singing for my supper, as it were, tonight. 1724. Heavens to Betsy, do you know that's my family's lucky numbers? 7, 4, 1, and 2. And we just surpassed it. Congratulations, everyone. Thank you so very much for being here. All right, now. Did I mention too hard tonight that you snored? Deep medication. Oh, goodness, Anarchy. Now, Bendov's improved. That's the second time you've requested it, Daniel Monaco, and I still don't know it. I'm so sorry, darling. Feed the birds, tuppence a bag. Yes, and you're having a 4th of July sale tomorrow. Yes, we are indeed, as a matter of fact. However, honestly, you're going to get a better deal if you use the code tomorrow. However, if you wish to support me directly, use my code instead. And in addition, now the code tomorrow for the In Tea Pendants Day sale only works on canisters of tea. However, my code works on the entire store. Haha. You got a new tablet? Wonderful. Excellent. Glad to hear it, darling. Can I use both? Potato? No, you cannot, unfortunately. It's only one coupon at a time. So, what you could do is if you wish to purchase the tea for $17.76, 17.76 can, you could do that and then check out again for other items in the store. My personal favorite thing is the certified tea barista apron, which I also designed. I do love it so. That was one of the first things I looked at when we were looking at things. So exciting. Oh, of course. Enchanted Rubbish. I do love that username. Don't know why. Very interesting. Thank you so very much, everyone, for following and liking and sharing and doing all the things. I do appreciate you so very much. Oh my goodness. Oh, I am sweating a fright. I am perspiring at peril of expiring. Tapping all the buttons. Thank you, Anarchy. Now, did you hear earlier I tried to create some pages in your notebook for you? I got a few of them. I got a few pages created on the laser to start you off, but I wasn't able to fill the entire thing for you. So I tried my darndest. I gave it the old college try. Unfortunately, it just didn't work out the way that I'd hoped. Reaper, hello! Thank you so much for following. Robbie Rainbow. Oh. So what about, yes, just a few pages to start you off. So at least there's a little something in there so that the slate pieces aren't clacking against each other. All right then, darlings. Oh, of course, I'm always happy to give something a try. You know, wasn't ideal, but at least it, got a few good pages out of it. And a little more experience on the laser. Righto, you've got to go soon. All right, Jason, very good to see you again, darling. Lovely to see you. Oh my goodness, everyone. I cannot believe how many people are sitting in this library. 1,761. 1,761 of you decided that this experience with me moonlighting as Lady Scarlett Nightshade was the most important thing to you this evening. Thank you. I'm humbled. I'm humbled and so very grateful to you. Truly. All right, darlings, let's get some more music going. I am going to do something. Don't know what I want to do, though. So tired, you're going to hit the hay. All right, Sarah, wonderful to see you. You are that. No, you're all that awesome. You're all that wonderful. It was good seeing you, Jason. Thank you so very much for being here. 1,773 viewers right now. Thank you so much, all. I do appreciate you. Thank you for following. Thank you for gifting. Please, if you are here for the first time, please make yourself known. From whence do you hail? And I shall choose another story to tell, another story with which to regale you. Susie Metcalf, hello. My goodness, this is where all the action is, isn't it? From Florida. Do I write the stories? I do, actually, yes. Yes, and I keep them stored in the grimoire. That's what we call the tablet round here. We are a little bit of an anachronism, aren't we? The Headless Horseman. Oh, the Headless Horseman is quite long for how late it is. We've already been on for more than 2.5 hours at this point. Hello, beauty. Hello, Mallory Mullen. Wonderful to see you, darling. How have you been? Seattle. Brittany Phelps is your favorite, huh? Indeed. Do you know, so many people do enjoy the Headless Horseman. However, I must be honest with you. Number one, it is quite long to read aloud on a live stream, where it's low value. Once you've heard it, it's gone, lost to the ether, never to be heard again. However, if you decide to join that Siren Grotto Patreon. It may be an exclusive download there to be able to listen at any time at your leisure. Headless Horseman poem. You love my aesthetic and makeup. Thank you, Mallory. I do appreciate that so. All right, everyone. We've had quite a few new viewers since I last introduced myself, and so I shall do so once again. For those of you who are joining me for the very first time tonight, welcome. You are always welcome here in the West Wing Library of the Siren Grotto, an enchanted place where candles float in midair and stories pour forth with your assistance. My name, every other day of the week, is Siren of Sound across all social media. However, once a week, I come into the library and regale you with tales, moonlighting as the Lady Scarlett Nightshade, an original character, providing voiceovers, audiobooks, choose your own adventure stories, sometimes singing a little show tune or two, as we just did tonight. Just having loads and loads of fun. All right, the correct answer, Colonel Mustard in the kitchen with the candlestick. But Roger, I do love that. That was glorious. Well done. Well done. The Telltale Heart. Please choose something that's a short poem. Please choose short poems. Please choose poetry. A little you try. I like you. Stick around. Or we could play that game where you put in the most absurd things you can think of in the chat and I say them with my accent. We've done that before with great success. Anything Edgar Allan Poe. Oh, I smell popped corn. Oh, delightful. I smell, it's either popping corn or pasta. Either one would be an absolute delight. And I can have it because I'm only half vampire. The night was sultry. Ooh, let's play Exquisite Corpse. Yes. All right, Pirate started it off. Yes? The night was sultry. Who's next? What's the next part of the story in the chat? The night was sultry. Horses walked down the street and clomped down the cobblestones of the streets of London. The wind was blowing. The rain was sticking to the skin. What's next? Almost at 1,800 reviewers, everyone. The 1,800th gets it for free. There we are. 1,800 viewers tonight. A record. Owen loves his mama. The fire raged in the field. You hear a small howl in the distance. What's next? Whatever shall we do? I believe I should take a break after this Exquisite Corpse game. This is a delightful game. What's next in the story? What's the howl we heard in the distance? The road was tight as the fire raged in the background. You look to your left and see a figure. Illinois! No. Welcome, Siamese from Illinois. Delight to make your acquaintance tonight. My name is the Lady Scarlett Nightshade, at least tonight. The howl was so haunted, it crept up your spine. This is starting to sound a little bit like Vincent Price. What else? What else are we going to see? What else is going to happen? Thank you for the follow. Oh, you're just getting started. Oh, you're just getting started. Oh, let's do another take of that. Oh, I'm just getting started. And the wagon creaked with every step as the driver drove the horses hard and fast. When you look to your left, you see a figure. You see a slight movement to the east. Tears your eyes from the figure. The howl is echoed by 3 more, all just as frightening as the first. Then something starts scratching at the door. What was scratching at the door? Something else from Edgar Allan Poe. Oh no, darling, we're playing a game right now. We're playing a game in the comments. Are they, you see? Mallory Mullen. Where have you been all my... Pirate. Well, darling, whether you're in the West Wing Library or you're encountering our very own Neverland in the rest of the Siren Grotto, which is a neon aquarium fever dream of music, makeup, and enjoyment, you, being a pirate yourself, are always quite welcome. The scratching became louder and louder. The movement became bizarre and erratic. But, oh, I can't see. Can't see. It matches the howls like a dark dance. Then, a very big shadow walks past the windows. We have to head off so low to catch you. Oh my goodness. Yes, the wand lights up, beautiful bee. Yes, it does. It controls my floating candles, like I'm at Hogwarts. I love it so. And now it's a magic wand for the rest of the stream too. Thank you so very much for the follow. Please, please, please continue on with the story. Let's continue on with the story. Everyone put green hearts in the chat for beautiful bee as she starts her day. Your heart drops into your stomach. The hair on the back of your neck lifts. Frozen in fear, and distracted by shadows, the figure lunges toward you. You open the door just slightly to take a peek. That's P-E-E-K, darling. Continue. And suddenly, a giant creature jumps through. What? What's the giant creature? What is it? This is much more suspenseful than the things that I write. My goodness, everyone. You ever read books on here? Yes, I do. Clawing and slashing. Could it really be the werewolf that the townspeople talk about? Next line. I'm frozen. Darlings, can we get to 2,000? Can we get to 2,000 viewers? Heavens. The Brodies. Thank you. I love that name. 'Twas the rain. The rain is at odds with the fire, which is now at your door, along with a red-eyed
werewolf.
Eyes red with rage. It jumps toward you. Yes, I always love a good jabroni. Eyes red with rage. It jumps toward you. What's next? The horses clumping through the cobblestone streets of Victorian London. You run, dodging its leather attack by inches. You pick up the silver candlestick on the mantelpiece. Where's a candlestick? Where? We need a candlestick. We need a candlestick. We need a prop. We need a prop. Candlestick. 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 It's not silver. It's not silver, but it'll do. It's not silver, but it will do. Yes. Candlestick. As your last breath leaves your body, you recount how you always loved the rain and you wish you hadn't smoked in the woods that night. Absolutely lethal, yes, indeed. 100% wood and resin. Please, continue. Continue. What is this? Are we going to regret encountering the werewolf? Or what's going to happen with the candlestick? Why am I holding a candlestick? Tell me quickly. By the way, if anyone would like this, it's for sale. Come now! Come now, what's next in the story? It speaks to you. It speaks to you in your dreams. It speaks to me in my dreams. According to Jabronius, claws. Claws and mangled... Uh-oh, I missed it. Claws and mangled fur consume your vision as you lash out with the only weapon within reach. Feels like I'm playing Cards Against Humanity all of a sudden. Just then a noise comes from outside. The candlestick falls from your hand as your lifeblood leaves your body. Oh, you grab the silver candlestick. Now I'm grabbing it again. You grab the silver candlestick to ward off the werewolf. Silver burns after all. Steve Beatty, thank you for the follow. Hearing its claws clacking on the floor behind you, you turn the candle to strike it. What on earth did you just make me do? Oh, chat, what's next? What's next in the story? This is insanity. 1,847 viewers. 848. Darlings, what else? As you raise your hand, you see? What do we see? Use it as a weapon and give yourself a fighting chance. I'm not going to knock anything off of this table. I'm just going to mime. I'm just going to use it as a prop. Here we are. Use it as a weapon to give yourself a fighting chance to get away. Yes. What on earth is going on? What's the next step? What's the next step in the story? Go, go, go! A woman in a hooded cape appears. You are lying on the floor. You have missed your chance to save your life, but you notice a change coming upon you. But what of the woman in the cape? Wait. A woman in a cape? A woman in a cape, you say? Egads. A woman in a cape. Listen to you, you silly, silly people. You silly, silly mortals. Heavens. A woman in a cape. A woman in a cape, I dare say. Lady, what are you doing off camera? I told you. I'm not on until tomorrow afternoon. I'm sorry, Captain. They've told me to go get a cape, retrieve a cape. Well, hurry up and get back on camera. Oh, God, I'm so sorry. So very sorry. So very sorry, Captain. Oh, heavens. You're healing faster than humanly possible. You are starting to change. Your body is aching. You feel a piercing pain as the creature's razor-sharp teeth pierce your forearm, held up in defense. The woman in the cape stands over you. She's eerily still. Yes. This is getting ridiculous. All. Tell me. But then, the woman drops the cloak onto you. What? Then what? What's going on? My candles can't even handle this story. It's so exciting, everyone. Well done. Good job. You've disturbed all the candles in the room. And all of a sudden you fall asleep. As the cloak falls over her shoulder, a bright light forces the creature across the room. When you awake, you don't remember anything. How did this get here? How on earth did this get on this table? Did someone come in? Did someone break into the library? Was Siren here? Was the Siren Captain here? How on earth did this candlestick get on this table? Oh, heavens. Thank you for the follow, everyone. Everyone's making me do quite strange things, and I think we're about to end this live stream because I must say I'm getting quite tired. Oh, there is no evidence of the night prior apart from the scars remaining on your forearm. And the thing runs in pain from the light. Oh, God's sakes. There's a sensation on your neck. Come now, darling, she cools. You are mine now. Oh, heavens. I don't know that I like where this is going. Oh, that's a little freaky. I do agree with you, Kenzie. I do agree with you. Sorry, my vision is starting to fail, everyone. I think we may need to end the live sooner than I had hoped. Darlings, we are sitting at 1,874 viewers at this moment. I cannot believe it. All right, we're sitting here. I want to see the viewers hit 2,000. When the viewers hit 2,000, then we'll end the live. And I shall see thee all on the morrow. As she pulls you close, she leads you down the staircase. Oh, heavens. It's getting weird. It is. It's getting quite weird, Kenzie. I must agree. Darlings. Hello, I look really pretty. Bucky's version. Why, thank you, Felix. Bucky's version. I do appreciate that. I'm waiting for the chat to tell me what to do next. Fair winds and calm seas. Last. Thank you, pirate. A pleasure to make your acquaintance tonight, sir. I do hope to see you on the morrow. We are Borg! Good night, we are Borg. It was so wonderful to see you. Darling, have you been sitting here lurking this entire time? Mwah, 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 mwah. You're a treasure. All right, everyone. Come on now. Come now. Lead you to a carriage. Well, I don't have a carriage in this room, but there is one at the other end of the home. I'm not going to get it. Night. Yes, as long as I'm breathing. All right. Now we're going to the carriage. Oh heavens, is that why we keep hearing the horses clumping along the cobblestones in the road? Hello, superhero Chris. Wonderful to see you, darling. Hello and good evening. Hello, Nikki. Good evening to you, darling. Wonderful to see you. 1,889, everyone. Once we get to 2,000 viewers, then we're ending the live. Good to be here. Well, I'm glad you're here as well. So very glad you've made it to the West Wing Library of the Siren Grotto, where, in the chat right now, they're telling me how we're playing Exquisite Corpse. Feel free to join in. Or for her to tell you you fell asleep as she was telling you a scary story. Accurate. Happens more often than you think. And as you see the carriage going down the cobblestone roads, you stole the werewolf with all your might. All she wonders what happened. But still, there's no memory. Oh, darlings, this is getting quite dark. End scene. And scene. I forever remain your humble narrator. Now I've got to clean this room up. Thank you everyone for participating. That was good fun. Good fun. What a delight. Made me feel like a child again. Now, speaking of childhoods, did anyone else do Summerween before Summerween was a thing? I remember when I was a wee vampire-like and hybrid child, when I was a wee Lady Scarlett, my mother used to take out all of the Halloween costumes in July, and we would have a Halloween day in July. She was well before her time. Yes, everyone did Halloween time. Summer Halloween time. Well, good. I'm glad that everybody is enjoying reliving some of their childhoods again. I certainly am. Get to be one of the lucky ones that gets to live it on a daily basis and do it for a living. Getting filtered. Should have been proud or a little embarrassed. Ah, proud. You should be proud. Quite proud of being filtered, Anarchy. That was so much fun. What a blast. What an absolute delight. What a treat. All right, 1905. We're sitting at 1,905 viewers, darlings. 195 people. We need 109. No, just 95 people. 11:55 p.m. We are going to reach 2,000 viewers before midnight. And then Cinderella shall turn back into a pumpkin and prepare for what happens on the morrow. And I have to think of more ideas for next time, if we play it next time. Heavens to Betsy. Really good lines. You did have really good lines. All of you had excellent lines in there. I must say, I was intrigued and a little bit worried about where that story was going to go. Thank you for not making me do something like self-immolate. 1,906 viewers. Thank you so very much. 1907. Heavens. All right, everyone. We need less than 95 viewers to get to 2,000 viewers on TikTok. Heavens. My goodness. I simply can't wait to see what's happening. Good morning from the UK. Oh, goodness, BB the baby rat. I didn't see that Beautiful Bee had gone over to Twitch. I'm so sorry, Beautiful Bee, if you're still lurking somewhere. Thank you so very much for sharing the live. My goodness, we are sitting at less than 100, less than 95 people from 2,000 viewers. As of this moment, right now. My goodness, we have gained 43,000 likes. Are you ready? We're setting records here. 43,000 likes. 101 followers. 19 gifters. 1,907 viewers as of right now. And 20 somethings. I'm not quite sure what the 20 somethings mean. There's a 20, number 20 with a little people icon next to it. Tapping all the buttons. Yes, tap all the buttons. Let's go. Let's get to 2,000. Can we get to 2K in the next 120 seconds? Can we do it? 21 people. Yes, I understand that, darling, but 21, what is it? Real-time view account. Oh, I see. Aha! Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. All right, my darlings. What else? Anything else? I don't think we're going to get there. I don't think we're going to get there tonight. Come on, everybody, tap. We've had 1,909 viewers. Have a great 4th, and you as well. So, we shall see you on the morrow, yes? Are we going to see you on the morrow? Did I read Allowables by Nikki Giovanni? No. What time do I go live? Typically, I go live on Thursday evenings, but because tomorrow is a holiday, we decided to do it tonight instead. 7:30 Pacific Standard Time. Typically, I was quite late tonight because we're trying something new in the afternoons as well. Tomorrow, Siren and Mr. Siren shall be presenting a Red, White, and Rock concert session for you right here on streams. Sparing the life of Spider. Could you tell I enjoy writing? I do. I can tell, Annika. All right, everyone. Well, I hope that you have a wonderful evening. It is officially midnight here, so I shall say, and if you know it, say it with me. To efficiency, enterprise, and ingenuity, and a very joyous Independence Day to you all. We shall see you on the morrow for Red, White, and Rock. And, as always, as we end every stream, pleasant nightmare.